Hello. I love books. Since I was a kid, I've always loved reading, and I found books are a great way to escape. If I'm having a hard day, libraries were always my favorite place as a child. And most of my pleasant childhood memories was spent reading books. And as I had my own children, my big, can I say, gap that I felt was really good books that are contextual, where the grandmother is not living in a hut with three stones, because the context has changed. But children need to see people who look like them, who are funky and fun in cities that are thriving, that are African. And the best way to help them meet people and travel for free is with a book. Parenting inspired my writing because of reading a lot with kids at that evening or daytime when I'm seated with them on my lap and we're reading a book. That's when I get to know their thoughts. That's when they ask, how come or why, or tell me their own imagination. And through that bonding, that's what inspired my writing. And that writing has inspired my parenting. So I feel it's like a cycle that one gives the other. It's like the chicken and the egg, which came first. And my children are my biggest inspiration for my writing. The quirky things they do, the silly things they do, the funny questions they ask, all in my head become a story. Yes, they do. My children love reading. They have books everywhere. I've ensured there's books on the corridors, on the staircase, by their bedsides. The one thing I know is never a wrong investment is a book. And then through books, they learn geography, they learn history, they learn people, they learn to dream, they learn imagination. Because in a book world, the value of books versus visual is when you read a book, you can close your eyes and imagine what the character looks like. Not everything is told to you. And that enables kids to dream and fascinate and create a world that is the world that they'd love to live in. Parents can get their kids to enjoy reading by, I think the obvious one is by reading. Our kids need to see us reading and reading all sorts of things, whether it's newspapers or magazines, economical articles, and fictional books. As long as they see us reading, and even as a parent, if I'm not a reader, I can fake it, just let them bust me with a book looking serious. But also the bonding that happens when you read with your child is the best way to encourage reading. So have them sit on your lap or around you. Kids rarely sit still when they're reading. And I think I need to say that for parents to free themselves. If they're jumping around or doing somersaults or bouncing balls or their feet are in the air, they're still listening. Listening and sitting still are not, don't necessarily have to go hand in hand. But by reading together and creating awe and wonder, that's the best way to inspire and raise readers. My greatest win as a parent is watching my children become complete individuals. And I can expound by saying, appreciating that they're different personalities. I have 4 children brought up in the same home, same parents, but they're so dynamically different that I'm learning to appreciate their strengths as a beautiful thing. So my introvert who likes alone time, that's a good thing. And my extrovert who always can't have more than enough friends, that's a good thing. And the one who can't sit still, we always say she has ants on her bum. That's a good thing. And I can't wait to see them confidently embrace their individuality and conquer the world. Melissa, when there are no books and no children, loves silence. I love being out in nature, running, swimming. I know you said no books, but I love books. So I'd be in a corner with a cup of tea. I love tea, reading a book. But I also love exploring and experiences. experiencing the world, experiencing places, experiencing people. And I love creating stories and animation and just writing. Motherhood is very clumsy. So many oops moments happen. Like the moment you drop your child. Then after you get over the guilt, it can actually be really funny. So I think an angle that I'm exploring and working on is a beautifully clumsy, hilarious series on motherhood that moms can just laugh about and see it for the beauty that it is, but also laugh at ourselves. Absolutely. And relatability is important. When you realize, when you see it and you're like, oh my goodness, that is so me, or that happened and it happens to everyone. And then it lessens the pressure to be perfect. When you notice you left the house with your clothes inside out and made it to the supermarket because of mommy brain, there's just sort of little mini quirky experiences that I think need to be told and will help new moms just breathe and be in the moment.